This will absolutely shock the American public and the globe. The systematic change in the financial system will find XRP in Bitcoin and many others as part of the traditional financial system. The reason why I'm non-emotional about these sideways prices and I'm celebrating this sideways action because it's giving me and my family and our warriors an opportunity to buy at a very, very cheap price. We are super early in the long term. In the short term, you're going to have to deal with the suffering of an infrastructural change in a financial system. And now the 1% now sees this as a viable asset that can radically transform the financial system. So if you are price sensitive, if you are emotional, you are going to get fudded out, fear, uncertainty, and doubt in one of the greatest opportunities in transformation in our living history. So instead of just telling you my opinion, I'm going to show you the facts, figures, numbers, logic. And on the back end of every video, I share a stark warning to be very careful in crypto. And I share with you exactly what I'm doing. So let's first dive in. So why am I constantly watching what Michael Saylor is doing? I'm going to break it down from Michael Saylor on the way down, all the way down to BlackRock, JP Morgan, and what is the big money actually doing right now? The very people who told you to run from cryptocurrency are deep in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and blockchain. So strategy B, which used to be MicroStrategy, so key strategy B, he went from a software company to rebranding as a Bitcoin company, has acquired 130 BTC for 10.7 million at 82,000 per share. This was on Monday. Okay, so they're back on their buying spree right now. They are buying the dip. So let's take a look at this right here. So this says, watch Michael Saylor shares his thoughts on the future of Bitcoin.
What does the future look like to you with Bitcoin, with cryptocurrency in general? Where do you see it 5, 10, or even 100 years from now?
I think big tech is going to embrace Bitcoin. They're going to let you hold your Bitcoin on your iPhone, on your Android phone. It will find its way into Microsoft software, Amazon software, Google, Apple software. I think that banks are going to embrace Bitcoin. So your bank's going to give you a loan against your Bitcoin. It'll buy Bitcoin for you. Insurance companies will start to support Bitcoin.
Yep.
I think families will increasingly begin to see it as their savings account.
Mm-hmm.
The yoga studio, the restaurant, the hotel chain, they'll be able to raise capital in order to improve their business and to innovate. And I think that sound money, that will spread through South America, Africa, Asia. It'll try to China. So
that is what's going to happen. Here's why. Okay. So that's Michael Saylor's opinion. But look at this, guys. This is Bitcoin holdings of countries and governments. This is as of February 26, 2025, before all the big announcements where America officially signed a Bitcoin strategic reserve. It's official. It's official. We have a Bitcoin strategic reserve. United States is the #1 holder in Bitcoin, with China right behind them, Ukraine, Bhutan, El Salvador, and Finland. So US and China are the top 2 holders in Bitcoin. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. If we look at MicroStrategies Incorporated, MSTR, that is MicroStrategies, which is now Strategy B, which is a gentleman we just listened to. He's the CEO of MicroStrategies, which became Strategy B. If you look at this, the top 3 holders in MicroStrategies. Now, this is important. MicroStrategies' whole model is Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes to zero, MicroStrategies is done, and the top investors are going to lose a lot of money. Vanguard, Capital Internal Investors, and BlackRock are the top 3 in MicroStrategies, which is now Strategy B. BlackRock was getting exposure when they were telling you that Bitcoin is used for money laundering. Then in 2023, when they were ready to start talking about their Bitcoin ETF to get people exposure, then they told you it was a flight to quality. Okay. They're going to continue to innovate and move us into this. So as we believe that banks are pushing us away from cryptocurrency, America's largest bank, JP Morgan Chase, discloses spot Bitcoin ETF holdings, the SEC filing. This was back on May 10th, 2024, guys. Over a year ago. The SEC filing by JP Morgan Chase provides specific insight into banks' exposures to spot Bitcoin ETFs. The bank currently has exposure to the spot Bitcoin ETFs issued by some of the largest asset managers in the world: BlackRock, Fidelity, Grayscale, which Grayscale and BlackRock are in the top 5 holders in Bitcoin in the world. And as we're running from crypto and people are panicking and the sideways action because they're short-term price sensitive, they're trying to get rich quick, Hashdex files amendments to NASDAQ's crypto index, US ETF adding XRP, Solana, ADA, Chainlink, AVAX, LTC, Litecoin, and Uniswap. I think that's, no, I'm sorry, that's Uni. Is that Uniswap? Uni? Or is that Sui? Uni. Okay. I don't know what that one is. I don't have that one. Right here, this is the Treasury Secretary. We went from Tweety Bird, Janet Yellen, to this Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, who is the head of the U.S. Treasury in America.
As we just heard from David Sachs, the Treasury is going to play a huge role in the future of cryptocurrency in America. But that's just one piece of the bigger economic picture. There are so many other components to consider. So how does it all fit together? Well, fortunately, joining us next is Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, and he's keeping track of all of it. He joins me now. Secretary Bessent, thank you so much. Look, I think people are getting into cryptocurrency in a very big way. It seems like it's something that's here to stay. So from your perspective as Treasury Secretary, how does it fit into the overall U.S. economy, and where does the government stand on regulations?
Good. Well, thanks for having me on the show. And as I think this administration has made abundantly clear, digital assets are here to stay, and we are going to make the U.S. the digital asset hub of the world. For the past 4 years, the crypto community, digital assets, the administration retarded their growth, and we are set to accelerate that through a positive partnership and through smart regulation. Senate and House are both pushing through very sound, safe bills to bring crypto and digital assets onshore in the U.S. and to make sure that the U.S. is both the financial and the technological leader.
I mean, this is a Treasury Secretary of the United States. The Treasury Secretary of the United States says we're going to be the digital asset capital of the world. Trump said we're going to be the Bitcoin capital of the world. Promises made, promises kept. He signed an executive order. They also have now a sovereign wealth fund where you have Howard Lutnick, who is going to be a Bitcoin billionaire. It is now part of your normal traditional financial system. That's why you have to get out of the get rich quick and be price sensitive. You're going to have to hold the line as we go through this transition.
I'm telling you right now, Laura, money center banks do not like this because they're not going to be able to charge big fees on transactions around the world with currency, for example. It's $1 trillion market. When the American dollar gets digitized, it'll become the de facto payment system worldwide at a fraction of the cost. Wow. That's why there's so much excitement.
Everything's getting tokenized. Okay, so now here's where we take a deep breath. Okay, take a deep breath. You should never ask what to invest and ask why you're investing. That is why I am so stoic and so sound, and I got my flag in the ground on my investment strategy. Nobody's going to FUD me in. Nobody's going to FUD me out. Okay. First is a warning. If you made it this far, we are not DMing you. There's thousands of fake accounts with my profile. Okay. Report them to authorities, block them. Never, ever, ever, ever send anybody your crypto. We do not invest people's crypto. We do not have a trading platform. Those are all scammers. Nobody in the space is proactively reaching out to you to communicate with you and asking how you're doing. We're not DMing you and talking to you. Okay. We're responding to messages. Okay. And I only have Coach JV underscore is my only profile. Coach JV underscore. That's it. So be very careful. Okay. And I'll share with you the resources that we have after this. Okay. Here's my strategy. I'll repeat it over and over and over again. Bitcoin, I'm holding forever. I'm never selling it. For example, we just did a Bitcoin asset loan from it, tax-free money to open up a business. That business in 12 months will pay back that LTV. Okay. That's an example. Altcoins, all other cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin, I'm going to be exiting 50% if they hit my targets on the way up. Okay. The reason I exit is I pull money down the risk pyramid. I use cash value life insurance. I use index universal life to protect, compound, and grow my wealth. I like to bank on myself. So my first step when we go through the bull run, or we're in the bull run, but as it goes back up again, I'll max fund my policies. When the buckets are full, then we'll get into more silver, more real estate. We have a dividend ETF strategy. So every single time we get paid, we're transmuting into a volatile asset where we can make a large amount of profit. I have dividend ETF strategy. When I get paid monthly dividends, I de-risk back into Bitcoin and XRP, a deflationary asset. I'm using cash value life insurance. We're indexing about 30% of our wealth in there to protect, compound, and grow. So if the markets come collapsing down, we have a bunch of money insured over here, and we have a bank ready to go so we can rebuild very quickly. Okay, we got protection, bottom of the risk pyramid. We have super high volatile, top of the risk pyramid. And so when people's portfolios look like this, ours looks like this because we're de-risking, we're evening out the volatility within our portfolio. Okay. So if you need support understanding any of this stuff, first of all, down below, you'll see the 3T Warrior Academy. If you're watching this on YouTube or my social media platform, just click that hyperlink. You're going to see the Coach JV Academy. Okay. From there, you're going to get education. It's crypto education, blockchain education, example portfolios, exit plans, live calls, market calls, community calls, everything you need to succeed in cryptocurrency. On the other side, I have what's called a, you'll see you can set up a team with my insurance team. That's around cash value life insurance. I'll do a free needs assessment with you, but filling out as detailed as possible. I'll text you, call you, email. You'll never, ever send them money directly. We get paid by the company, not the client. So stay safe out there. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, rise. Get your shit together. Let's go.